KAS&CO fans, welcome to the first episode of the Green Teamers podcast, the podcast where we're covering the Celtics all season long, starting here 2019-20 season. I'm joined here by my co-host, Matt Sampson, the KAS. How are you, Matt?
I'm pretty good, RJ. I can't complain.
Yeah, that's nice. And, Matt and I are the founders, obviously, of KAS&CO, but we're bringing in Christian Barrasso here as a guest on this first episode of the Green Teamers.
He's like the guest that's like on every episode.
He's going to be here a lot,
Yeah, it's always a pleasure,
Yeah, I mean, we're all excited for the season. What's today's date?
5th.
It's the 5th. Tomorrow is the first preseason game against the Hornets.
For Charlotte.
Terry Rozier.
Scary Terry's in the building. Is it in Boston?
It is, yep. And then we got another one against the Cavs next Sunday.
Oh,
yeah.
Two shit teams.
I know, yeah.
No, preseason, no.
But yeah, preseason, not looking too much into it. We just had media day.
Taco.
But yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to kick it off. Basically, this is going to be a season preview.
Nice.
We're going to kick it off with a brief review of last season. It's been a few months. Everything's settled, and let's look back at it. We went 49-33.
Disappointing.
4th in the East.
Not good.
Lost to the Bucks in the second round.
Terrible.
I mean, going into the season, we were ranked second.
Yeah, behind the Warriors.
Behind the Warriors in odds to win.
Yep.
Supposed to be the finals.
Huge underachievement.
Yeah, to say the least, it was a disappointing season.
I would say in my entire life, that was the hardest team to root for, to like.
Yeah, total opposite of the IT years.
Which makes sense because they didn't seem to like each other.
No, they didn't, and they were huge underachieving too. That's probably
very hard to like. Team.
That team was not a fun team. I'm happy that season's over in this season. We get a new group of guys. You know.
Yeah, it seems like we'll talk more about it later, but with the new additions, it seems like the chemistry.
Well, that brings me in. I was gonna say last year they didn't play for each other; they played for themselves.
Yeah, it was selfish.
They got Satan out, so
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
you removed Judith from
Yeah.
So now he's out. He can go ruin that franchise.
And you get Kemba.
And now we got Kemba in here, someone that just loves to play the game.
I think a lot of teams take the identity of their best player. And, Kyrie's an asshole. So, you take the identity. Years past, we took the identity of Isaiah Thomas. Hard-working guy, overachiever, going to give you everything every night.
And it was a fun team to watch.
Exactly. Kyrie's an asshole, so they all became assholes playing for themselves. And Kemba's kind of a quiet guy. Not really
goes about his business.
Yeah, just kind of goes out and plays. So, if that's what this team does, I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, I think Kyrie wasn't the right leader for the team. I think that's the bottom line.
He was just not a good fit.
He's a fucking douchebag.
Yeah.
I used to be a huge Kyrie fan, too, in Cleveland.
I know.
He was so
but
nasty.
But his true colors showed.
Now I hate him.
Yeah. Just not a leader.
Just a fucking...
So put it this way, it showed a lot. Kyrie, at that time last year on the Celtics, was one of my least favorite players, and he was on the Celtics.
I know.
What does that tell you?
Yeah, that's so true. Usually when you're a Boston fan, you love everybody.
I know.
But no.
He's such a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
It's just the drama, not worth it.
He said, fuck Thanksgiving. I can't get over that. What?
Said a lot of stupid stuff. But he's gone. He's gone. But you know who else is gone? Yeah. We lost Al Horford.
I love Al.
Went to the Sixers. That was a tough one.
Very sad.
Marcus Morris. I was a big Marcus Morris guy. I think we're going to miss him off the bench.
I'll miss everything except his shot selection.
I agree. And then I think same thing with Rozier, too. We lost Rozier.
Yeah, he can.
I'm not gonna miss
but
him.
I wasn't a huge Rozier guy.
No. He had 2 good months in the playoffs.
Yeah, and that's a little overhyped.
Yeah.
And that was it. That playoff run, he was great. But other than that playoff run...
He's a good backup. You know what Rozier is? He's a good backup, okay?
Yeah, he is, But I don't want to pay him that money, know. And then we lost Baines, who, wasn't great, but I liked his body presence.
He's just another body to throw at, Embiid.
As hard as it was to really just watch on the offensive end, defensively, he helped.
Especially when he started shooting the threes.
Tell me, they could use Baines as big ass this year.
No, they could. I'm telling you,
Embiid and Giannis.
The center position is an issue. Where did Suns? The Suns, yeah.
Maybe, I don't know, they could trade. Because I think they need a big man this year.
Yeah. They do, definitely.
That could be, isn't there, a point of season where, they all get waived or something? All the big men become available?
Yeah.
I feel like maybe...
there's always big men available, bodies, so I'm not too worried about the loss of Baines.
Yeah. Someone like
a big vet.
Ashik, someone a big stiff like that, just to clog up the paint.
But, to me, out of all these guys that are gone, Horford's the biggest loss.
Definitely.
Oh, for sure.
I mean,
the ball moves so well when he's on the floor.
He was just so
Versatile.
He was so like vital to that offense.
well, he was key in even like when they played the Bucks, during the season or in Game 1 when we played well. That stopping Giannis getting into the paint.
And honestly, he was just. With him, I felt like almost every shot he put up, I thought, that's going in.
When
Al
Al
Horford,
Horford,
money mid.
You're so right. When Al Horford shot it, I'm like, that's going in.
Yeah.
Especially at the end of the game, he never missed.
No,
I
he's
feel
clutch.
like he
You know
always
what?
hit
He was
those big
clutch.
shots.
Very clutch player.
Yeah, he was. He was a quiet, but he was a
So
lead
good.
by example kind of guy. But Kyrie tried to do that,
Yeah.
but his example was shit.
And Al Horford, too, like, because Brad likes to play guys that can switch on to anyone. Mm-hmm. And you could play Horford at the 5, you could switch on to anyone. I mean, you're going to switch out with Enes Kanter, you're just going to get fucking cooked.
Mm-hmm.
So,
because Al could, step out to the three-point line and defend laterally, which Kanter, there's no way.
Yeah.
Is Zaza open? Pick Zaza.
I don't want Zaza.
Big body.
He might
He's
still
an
be
annoying body. No?
Yeah, I know, but he's a dirty player.
Yeah, we want
Former
him.
Warrior.
I hate him for what he did to Kawhi.
Yeah.
My boy
Yeah.
Kawhi. That's fucking
I know,
funny.
that's true.
Oh, I saw the donut video today.
You see it?
It was
On
nice.
Trespolina over.
Yeah,
That was
they
that
look
cute?
good too.
My boy Kawhi.
Yeah, I love-
Clipper Nation,
love
baby.
Kawhi.
Can't wait.
Second favorite team.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Maybe.
we got some good additions. I think we can agree.
Oh, yeah.
Kemba Walker,
I'm very
we
excited.
signed. Very
I
excited.
Really
29 years old. We gave him a 4 or 5 year contract.
That's an
max.
easy guy to root for.
He's in his prime right now, too.
He's coming in with a positive attitude. He's not worried about the Kyrie Irving comparisons.
Yeah.
He's coming in. He just wants to lead. He wants to win.
Has he ever? I don't think he's ever won a playoff series.
No.
So he'll be hungry. He'll bring somebody. Because Kyrie's already won a title. He's like,
Yeah, he's sick of it. I mean, he was on that Hornets team that was the worst team of all time. I mean,
this is how I look
yeah, you're
at
right.
it.
He was on that team. Tough.
This year, if we really want to succeed, I don't think he's the X factor. The X factor are two people.
I know. I think I know who you're gonna say.
Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
Totally
The young
agree.
guys. They last year I felt like they were
it's up to
almost
them.
entitled. Like they felt like they already proved
Well,
themselves.
you knew what Brown said.
They haven't won anything.
Oh yeah, 5 titles. By
And
the
that's
time
why.
28.
And then they saw Kyrie and it was contagious and they
Tatum shot selection. Too.
yeah, they didn't
Training with
play
Kobe.
together. I think if them two really just mesh well together and they start playing well, everyone's going to
Well, I think we should expect Brown to come out at his best because it's obviously a contract year and he wants to defend the statement he made.
I would say
He had
that.
a good end to the season.
And
last year.
Tatum had an off year last year.
He did, but the sophomore slump, I feel like
but
everyone
I
has.
think he could have a really big year.
No, he
this
could.
year.
I really
he
think he's
will.
going to step up big.
I think
Hopefully
he's
there's a
gonna have
wake-up
really
call.
good year. Yeah.
For the two of them.
And it
Yeah,
seems
could
like
be
him and
good,
Kemba
and-
already have a good relationship. They know each other from the Jordan thing.
Yeah.
Tatum played a
I
role
think
in
Kemba
getting him.
and Tatum are going to be very fun to watch for sure.
We talked a little about Kanter. We signed him. I like Kanter.
Yeah, I like Kanter.
I think
He
if
really
Kanter could
embraces
play
the city.
defense, he'd be a top, tier center in the league.
He gives you
Because-
20 and 10.
Exactly,
on
he's a
nightly
20 and 10
basis.
guy. Like the pick and
A
pops
lot
he
of
used to do with
rebounds.
Westbrook.
Yeah.
He can shoot mid range.
He's just atrocious.
it's
on
just
defense.
defensively he can't move. Yeah, it's.
Yeah, I
I
think
wonder why. He's a big body.
Yeah.
Like you would think.
He's got good footwork too on offense. It's just I don't know.
Maybe laterally, he just can't
Yeah.
move. I remember, I think one game in the playoffs for the Blazers, he put up 40 points.
Yeah.
Again.
No,
in,
when
the
I'm
first
telling
round.
when I remember watching him with the Thunder, he
Yeah.
had a stretch 16 and 11.
That's why you know who's going to end up getting a lot of playing time
Robert
this year.
Williams.
Robert
I-
Williams.
yeah.
And
Tom
I'm
Williams
rooting
time.
for.
Because-
I think this kid could actually.
You heard
be
Horford
good.
said about him?
What?
Oh, yeah.
He said, I don't know exactly, but he's like, it's your time to shine. You're ready
Yeah,
to
he
go.
did, he said something like that.
I
yeah.
honestly, I said it before. I want him to start Robert Williams.
Well, I think we're going to see a lot of movement in
I want him
that
to start.
bottom lineup with the front court.
Regular season, test things
Dude,
out.
he's
You're a
so-
playoff
he's
team.
so
Why
athletic,
not?
man.
That's the thing with
I
Brad.
so
think he has a
fun to watch
lot
him.
of lot of ceiling.
Brad hesitant to play young
Yeah,
guys.
you know what bothered me with Brad last year is he was afraid to test things out. I feel
Yeah,
like
he never does.
Hayward
He'd rather
barely
play
moved.
Brad Wanamaker
Jeez, I
than
forgot
fucking
we
Carson
had-
Edwards.
Yeah, we'll get
He's
into
just
Gordon.
in the way.
Well, let's see. We'll see.
I don't know about him.
Well,
don't
do you
like
want to?
Gordon
Let's
Hayward
talk
at
about
all.
Hayward, I guess. Because to me, when you're coming back from an injury like that, I'll give you a year, but he's got to be day one. He has to be
Yeah,
back in
you're right.
action
I mean,
from
he's
this
had
season.
plenty of
He
time.
had a year.
Can I interject for a second,
Yeah.
RJ? I've been really thinking about this, a little bit, and I really think Gordon Hayward is extremely overrated, and I don't think it's just because
contract.
I don't think it's just because of the injury.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a fine like when he was a fine player, you know.
Yeah.
But other than that, he had one All-Star season on an average Utah team.
Yeah, he had the ball in his hands.
Like, he was the primary scorer. They didn't really have any other scorers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. I think maybe he's just a little overrated.
I agree with you to a degree.
I think when he's healthy, he can be a 20-point scorer.
But, like, if you watch Hayward play, like, in that Utah year versus how he played, there's a significant difference in just his aggressive-ness.
Well,
so I think we have to agree that...
You know what it is?
That the injury did play a role, mentally.
You know what it is? I think it's... He was fine physically. It was up here. It's
all mental.
You could see when he went up for a layup or dunk, he wasn't aggressive.
Yeah.
He wouldn't just go up. So
yeah, he has no confidence whatsoever.
No, it's all in his head.
And we're gonna know from day one if that's still a thing. If he's hesitating, and hopefully he's not.
But I'm telling you, if he does turn out what he used to be, I mean, that's...
Well, yeah, this is the last straw. You got to do something.
I think everyone's mad, too, because he makes $30 million a year.
Yeah.
Like, if he wasn't, like, had that huge contract, be like,
well, that's a contract that's going to be hard to get rid of, too.
No one will. That's probably... I'm not trying to just, like, be an asshole, but that's probably the worst contract in the whole league.
Yeah.
Because, like, just, for what he gives you and how much he makes.
But back to the additions, we drafted a lot of guys.
Yeah,
we got Romeo Langford was the first guy we drafted.
I think they're all bums.
Grant Williams.
The only one I like is Edwards.
Carson Edwards, Tremont Waters, and then we signed Taco Fall.
I think they're all bums.
I think they are. I don't really look at any of them and say, wow, this kid could really turn.
Well, to me,
I really don't know.
Carson
Edwards
5'2". I mean,
I like, dude, he was cooking in the tournament.
No, he was, and obviously, like, you can't judge it all by that. But he's a shifty guard, and those guys are good in today's league.
No, I think when I look at Carson Edwards, I see a backup point guard off the bench who comes in and gives you instant offense. I think he could be a little better. Yeah. No, I think he'll be the new Terry Rozier.
Yeah.
Except he doesn't strike me as an asshole.
Good as Rozier, though. I don't think he's going to be as good of a scorer as Rozier.
Dude, I don't know. In the tournament, he was having 40 games left and right. I don't know. Other than him, though, I don't know anything.
Well, what about Langford?
I don't know anything about him.
Well, see, Langford he was hurt.
What is he one of the top 5 guys?
No, he was, and he had a thumb injury all season, which was affecting his shooting.
Potential, then.
He claims he's 100% back now with the thumb, and he's going to be game one. He'll be there.
I'll be interested to see how much playing time they get in the regular season.
Because his thing is he can't shoot, but
well,
we
that's
don't know
the thing.
Of the thumb, right?
We have too many
guys who can't shoot.
Too many guys who are the same player.
Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, now Langford.
Danny always drafts those defensive guards that could be better shooters, but they're not yet. And I don't know. It feels like
Danny looks potential, man.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Robert Williams, fucking Romeo Langford. Guys with upside,
Yeah.
But they don't always turn out.
But I think this goes into, our next thing here with, our predictions and what the strengths and weaknesses of the team are.
Yeah.
I think even last year and the year before, we still need, that JJ Redick, that guy to come in.
Marco Bellinelli.
We don't have that sharpshooter guy.
Mellow.
I mean, who's our best shooter right now? Who'd you say?
Jason Tatum.
Probably
maybe.
Tatum.
No,
Walker.
Kemba.
Yeah.
Oh, Kemba,
Yeah.
Probably goes Kemba and then Tatum. Outside of those two, who do you feel good about taking a 3?
That's what I'm saying. It's
outside
we
of Kemba
need
and
that
Tatum.
guy you can give it to.
No.
He's inconsistent.
Yeah.
Those are the only, 2 guys. Brown, forget it.
A guy I can say when he shoots the ball and be confident saying, well, it's probably going to go in is Kemba and Tatum.
Yeah, those are the only 2. Yeah, exactly. When it goes up, I think it's going in. If he gets hot,
he can start hitting threes, but
inconsistent.
He can go complete the other way.
Yeah.
He's up and down.
And in today's NBA, is shooting threes is key.
Either.
Oh my, that's atrocious.
Yeah, it's same thing with Smart. I don't know. Can you figure
I
love
love Smart.
Yeah,
somebody's hair.
Too,
he's never really got the hair right.
I hope he has his whole career in Boston.
I know he's a Boston guy.
But I think another weakness is the lack of veteran presence.
Is Kemba the oldest dude on the team? Him and
probably he's 29.
We don't even have a 30-year-old on the team.
Yeah, it's just just bring in
Tyson Chandler.
Someone like that.
That'd be.
Wouldn't a big man
Joe Johnson.
Yes. He would be perfect.
Right?
ISO Joe.
Yeah. You need someone to show the young guy how it's done.
Jamal Crawford.
Has he been signed?
No, not yet.
Right the ship. So. Why the fuck is Jamal Crawford not on an NBA roster?
Or Joe Johnson.
Didn't he have 50 points last year?
Yeah.
He's not on a
how does a team not look at one of them and say, well, it's a veteran, they can still score the ball.
Yeah.
And not say...
If Vince Carter's on a roster, Jamal Crawford should be on a roster.
You can send 80% of these rookies to the D League, sign a veteran guy just to be there.
Especially
Brad Wanamaker and Jamal Crawford.
Bring Joe
Come
Johnson
on, man.
back to Boston. Bring Johnson.
Yeah,
back
exactly. Oh, that's true. Yeah. But Johnson and Crawford, those are guys that could also produce too, possibly.
They can give you like 10 off the bench, 10, 12
those
off the bench.
Those are good guys to mentor, like a Tatum or Brown.
Exactly. Yeah. We don't have that.
That goes undervalued. I feel like in the NBA today, you don't have as many of those veterans. No.
But I do think one of our strengths is the young talent. We have a lot of young talent.
A lot of upside.
But
I feel like
that can only go so far in the league.
That's been the story for the Celtics the past 5 years.
Yeah.
Look how much young talent and potential we're gonna have. And you know what? And not I've been hearing about this. Since they traded Pierce and KG, all I've been hearing about, they're so set up for the future.
Up until last year.
It's now.
Last year, I said this might be the year.
Well, it's the future's now. Let's go.
Yeah, I know.
The Nets. If the Nets win a championship before we do, or make a finals, that'd be disappointing.
Yeah. But I think the final weakness, we talked about a little earlier, is the center, depth at center position.
I'd say so.
Yeah, they get no one.
I don't think the shooting's going to hurt them very much at all.
Yeah, we got to see them play and how they play.
And I think we're still a pretty deep team.
I think so too.
I think the reason the big men hurts is because in the East you're either going to have to face Embiid and Horford or Giannis.
Can I just ask?
Yeah.
You have no other matchup.
What do you guys?
It's all matchups.
What do you guys? What would you say is the best lineup? What lineup should they run with?
Interesting.
Kemba.
Because I didn't see that on the thing.
Yeah.
I want to say, what's the best lineup
I'll give you it right now. Kemba Walker, Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and
small team.
I know, and throw out one of the stiffs. Robert Williams.
I mean, if you want to go run and gun, Robert Williams.
I think for me, I'm gonna go Kemba at the one.
We got Daniel Tice too. I forgot.
I'm gonna go
throw one of the big
Kemba at the
stiffs
one, Jaylen at the two, Tatum. Who's our four?
I forgot about Hayward.
Oh yeah,
Semi Ojale.
You know what I'll do?
I'll
do Kemba, Brown, Hayward, Tatum, and Williams. And
if Hayward's back in business, I'm putting Hayward in for 3 of the 4.
If not, then you replace Smart in there and I want Williams at the 7.
Well, I was talking last 2 minutes of a game who you want on the floor. That's what
last 2 minutes.
That's what I meant.
Then Smart's got to be out.
Yeah, that's why I had Smart in there.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying in general to open up the year.
Yeah.
You put your best of the best out there. Don't fool around.
But didn't they say something? Or maybe it was like an article saying that they should. Did Brad say that Hayward was going to come off the bench to start?
But this is the thing, though. As much as he frustrates me.
Yeah.
If they want him to get back,
exactly, and they did that all last year.
If you want to keep enabling the
guy,
now
you're going to do it. Yeah,
just put him out there. Let him get his runs in.
Yeah.
Let him get back to normal.
And
if you want to put Smart in there, you want to put Ojale in, then you can switch it up. Just get him.
Ojale too. I hope he gets a little more. I think he could be the body too defensively.
He can't shoot for his life though, but he still thinks he can. But.
Yeah. Let's go with boom or bust. I think we all agree. I mean, you talked about Tatum and Brown, but for me, I think it's Jaylen Brown. For a player that this is
contract.
Yeah.
I mean, you could also go with Hayward too, but I think with the contract year with Brown, because this could be his last season if he doesn't.
And I think he's a harder decision to pay because I think you pay Tatum just based off the potential, and he's a much better shooter, which translates better into.
Well, he showed more, I think. In the last
Jaylen Brown's ego scares me a little bit because I think he's going to ask for.
He's going to want the max.
He's
going to want the Ben Simmons contract,
which is not part. His fault, really. It's more of the league and how these players are getting these contracts.
Yeah. I think. But I think you see how this season goes, and then you decide if you're going to pay him or not.
Yeah.
No way I pay him early. See how it goes. I mean, if he's an all-star player this year, I guess you have to pay him. You drafted him 3 overall. Mm-hmm. You're going to let him walk for nothing? I mean...
Yeah, exactly. And then it's not like you get that money to spend on someone else. You're still going to be...
I mean, they should have traded him for Kawhi last year, but... I guess, as long as he's an all-star, borderline all-star, I guess you have to pay him. Just because you don't want to, get nothing back.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, I'm not a big Brown guy, but...
I mean, you mentioned it, Christian... player that's going to step it up this year.
Yeah.
We all agreed, Tatum.
I think Tatum's gonna have a really good
third year.
I think Tatum could honestly have like a borderline All-Star year. I don't think he'll be an All-Star, but he's gonna
I
be
can
around
see it
there.
maybe.
I mean, he's going to get a lot of touches.
I'll get more looks this year.
I think he's gonna have like a 20-something point year this year.
I wouldn't be surprised if he like kind of goes into that number one scorer position.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just because like he's the forward too, and maybe they have Kemba facilitating a little more. But then, so let's go one surprise. It can be a player. It can be like,
Prediction.
yeah,
Like a surprise.
what's a
player
surprise of the
that's gonna have a good
season?
year?
Yeah, for me, I said I think Carson Edwards is gonna produce
I agree with that.
more than I think he should, because like based on where we draft him and his size, that's my pick. But
I agree with that. Mine would be the Celtics going to finish number one in the regular season standings.
Oh, this isn't just a player. This is
I mean, if you want to pick a player, we can do that, and then we can give our standings predictions.
So just any surprise.
Yeah, who do you think? Who's on the team?
Robert Williams, that's your guy.
Yeah, Robert Williams.
Yeah,
you were
but
talking a lot
I
about
think
him.
my bigger surprise, I don't know how big it would be, but I'll just say it. I'm going to say Tatum's an All-Star this year.
Okay, I like
Tatum's
that.
having an All-Star year.
I like that.
That's my surprise.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Let's get a record prediction. So, I mean, we were 49-33 last year.
I'll say like high 50s.
Yeah, I'm going 55-27 was where I'm going.
I'm going to say we
Like
get a
50.
54-win season,
Yeah.
I'll say.
Say 56, 57 wins.
Anywhere from like 54 to 57.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say mid to high 50s.
Now, you got him one seed.
Yeah, I could see it just because regular season.
I could too,
Because
yeah.
Embiid always gets hurt.
Yeah.
Horford hasn't played
I'm
a
gonna
full
say-
season. Like, just regular season, and they're going to play hard every night. So I don't think
I'm
Milwaukee
going to say
is
they'll
gonna
get the 1 or 2 seed. I'm kind of leaning towards the 2 seed.
I-
That Philly team is dangerous.
that's a good regular season team.
Yeah.
But I think
I'm gonna give them the 2 seed probably.
yeah, I'm gonna go 1. But I agree with you.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised with the 1 seed.
I think
But
Philly
I
or
just think
Boston in the
2.
1 or 2, and I think 3 and 4 could be Milwaukee or Indiana.
Yeah.
Probably.
I guess Vic's aiming December as a comeback. So
Okay.
And Milwaukee,
That's
yeah.
Well,
And Milwaukee
Indiana's
lost.
good. I like that.
Brogdon.
They got a good team.
Indiana's got a good
Yeah.
team, yeah. But they lost Tyreek, so
They did,
Tyreek
but they
Evans.
got Malcolm Brogdon, so
that's true.
they're gonna be a tough one.
I think they lost Bogdan.
Oh yeah, they did. He went to
Oh,
the.
that's actually a bigger loss.
I forgot
than
where he
people-
went.
Either the Kings or
Oh,
Jazz.
the Jazz. He went to
That's
the
a good
Jazz.
Jazz
Yeah.
actually have a nice.
Yeah, they got
team.
Ingles too. So.
And Conley.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rudy
Um,
Gobert, Las Vegas.
But I mean, that's pretty much it for our preview here.
Mhm.
I mean, do you guys have anything else to add?
No, I'm ready.
We're
ready.
excited.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I don't
for the
expect.
season.
I don't expect a championship. I just want a fun season.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. Like last
After
season,
last
like
season,
Yeah.
we need a nice.
There's no team I can root for on a nightly basis.
not only were they bad, but you didn't like them.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like with those Evan Turner teams, Jordan
I like
Crawford,
them.
like they sucked, but we liked
Yeah,
watching them
they're
because
fun.
they
Yeah.
played hard.
Yeah.
You know?
You like the players. Too.
Yeah.
But at some point, as much as you like to say fun to watch, they played hard. I just want to win.
I want to
know.
win too. It's
I-
Boston,
ideally,
you know?
you get a team that you like. It's fun to watch and wins.
Yeah, I mean that's
Yeah.
the.
Is that too much
That's
that
the
we
whole
thought-
package.
Well, we're spoiled over here.
Yeah.
You know, look at the
true.
Kings. You know, got screwed back in 2001. You know,
What are you gonna do?
but that's pretty much it for the first episode of the Green Teamers.
Nice.
You know, we're not sure exactly how often we're gonna do this.
We'll
We're gonna
feel
try
it
for
out.
like every 1-2 weeks.
Yeah.
If anything major happens in the season, we'll obviously have an emergency.
Emergency pod.
But
I like that.
yeah, we're gonna catch up. You know, see how the C's are
Yeah.
doing throughout the season.
Sure.
Any big moves, and that's pretty much it.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
it.
All
Sounds
right.
All right, thanks for watching,
All right.
guys. Y'all